Hey, welcome back. Today I'm going to be covering the basics of pathophysiology and really what that means and how it relates to a lot of what we're going to talk about on this channel. Come on. Welcome back to White Line Medicine, as we take another walk and learn about medicine together. So you already know, we're talking about pathophysiology today. Now that term might be a little new to some of you, especially if you either aren't in the medical field or you're very new to it. So it's important for us to understand and know what pathophysiology is, because that's the basis of how and why we treat these diseases and conditions the way we do. Before we dive any further, let's make sure we're on the same page as far as utilizing the terminology that we're going to be going over in this video. So let's dissect pathophysiology. The first part is the prefix. This is patho, and it means disease. The second part is the root word. This is physi. This means physical, or in this case, body. And last part, ology, is the study of. So if we look at all that together, we see study of disease on the body, or the physical form. So while patho means disease, it can also mean a couple other things. When we look at it, disease can be either acute or chronic, but it can also refer to things like injuries or infections, virus, bacteria, even genetic conditions. A lot of people might be more familiar with the term pathology. This means the study of disease. It's important to know the difference between pathology and pathophysiology, because pathology, again, is just studying the disease itself, versus pathophysiology is the studying the effects of that disease on the body. So this means everything from what body systems are affected to all the signs, symptoms, and other things that can come from that. So what is a sign or symptom, you ask? Well, let's explain it. So a sign is an objective finding. This is something that when you go to a medical professional, they can look at and see that is wrong with you. Something like vital signs are a great example of that, or them noticing how long, how large a cut is, or maybe that if you've had a stroke, facial droop, or decreased movement in a limb, something like that. All right, so next we have symptoms. This is something that only the patient can tell you, something that they are having an issue with that cannot be seen on the outside. That can be something like feeling dizzy or having a headache, or maybe feeling nauseated. All right, so the last thing I want to go over today is the term homeostasis. Now, if we break that down, we can see that the root word homeo means similar or sameness. The second part is the suffix. This is stasis. It means to control or maintain. If we put all that together, it means maintaining the sameness. With reference to the human body, this means that the autoregulatory systems within our body are always working to constantly maintain everything perfectly. Now, the next video is actually all about homeostasis, so don't worry, we're gonna dive into that a little bit more. All right, hopefully we're all on the same page now, understanding at least the basics of pathophysiology and what some of the terminology means with it. In the future videos, we're going to be diving into the pathophysiology of a lot of different disease processes and conditions. And we're going to discuss everything from what body systems are involved, what cells are involved, and ultimately what signs and symptoms are expressed as a result of all of that. All right, that's going to be it for today. But thank you again for joining and learning with me here today at White Line Medicine.